Happiness is a choice, optimism is a choice, kindness is a choice, giving is a choice, respect is a choice. Whatever choice you make makes you. Choose wisely. Good morning from our broadcasting house to all corners of the world. Welcome to our news timeline here at Kings TV. We will start with the latest happening in our country and outside our country. Send us your views toward the Kenya Kwanza first year as the presiding government via our social media platforms, Facebook at Kings TV and YouTube at Kings Fraternity. But first, let's focus on the highlights.
Tumpongeze kwa makofi.
President Ruto's first year in the government. Omena becomes a popular snack in China. Electric bodaboda available in our country.
We take our commitments under the United Nations Framework Convention on climate change very seriously.
Shutdown of token prepaid vending system for maintenance. I'll be taking you through the broadcast. I'm Mathenge Mary. Dr. William Ruto took oath of office on 13th September 2022. His promises are being tracked in all corners to see whether they are accomplished. And this is what I prepared. 13th September marks exactly 1 year since Dr. William Ruto took off as the president. He took the oath of office at Kasarani Stadium at exactly 12:44 p.m. He ascended to power on the basis of what he called the plan. His plans was based on 5 pillars, that is agricultural and food security, financing, housing, health access, and ICT and creative economy. In agriculture and food security, he pledged to invest Kenya shillings 250 billion to boost in aid for the next 5 years. He has already started to offer affordable fertilizers to farmers, and for this season there is expectation of increased yields. Housing is another thing that has got the country talking over since the last month and was proposed to the public-private partnership arrangement. In health, this was done through the establishment of 4 bills, namely Primary Health Care 2023 Bill, Digital Health Bill 2023, Facility Improvement Financing Bill 2023, and Social Insurance Bill 2023 that will now be transmitted to Parliament. President Ruto has made a lot of promises to be completed within his 100 days in the office, but still some are ongoing while others has not started yet. Some citizens and politicians are making complaints on the worsening of the economy. Basically today I'm at Kangagi Market. This is in Kiambu town, Kiambu County. Here I'm here to collect data views concerning the presiding government of the Dr. William Ruto since the 13th of September last year. Has they made it to accomplish the promises that they have always been giving up? Are the project yet started, or has the government still stayed stagnant? Let's be together and hear it out from the views.
I'm a business guy at this Kangagi Market. Okay, when we talk about the day-to-day of the current government for today, the government, we had the expectation of the government. Initially, we had a high expectation, especially when we are choosing or when we are electing the Kenya Kwanza government. We had so many expectations about the government, but the government, on the side of government, what I can say today, the government has not gone opposite of our expectation, because as we count as 1 year as a government, the government is so young. So as Kenyan, I would urge Kenyan to give our government enough time, because if you take the government from the time of election and to time we are here, most of the time was spent on transiting from the first government, or from the government from the Jubilee government to the Kenya Kwanza government. So I'm asking for the government to make it easier for us to access our job, to access job opportunity, to create more jobs of opportunity. Ruto, you are saying day in and day out that you are here to support us, you are here to support the youth, you are here to create jobs, but where are those job opportunity? They are being reached by those people who are this, even when we are seeing about the recruitment of the KDF and others. Some people are passing through the back door. Well, yes, those common mwananchi, those who cannot afford an 80,000, 100,000, they cannot access those offices.
It has been all about collecting data concerning the first year of the presiding government here in Kiambu County, that is Kangagi Market. All we get to know is that the government is burdening so much the citizens with the tax, and also that they want them to be empowered in the agricultural sector, so that whatever is produced in the agricultural sector will help up to boost up with the economy and also create job awareness to the youths outside here. Reporting for Kings TV, Mathenge Mary. Kenya Power Company is to shut down token vending machines for maintenance. The company noted that the maintenance will hinder customers from purchasing tokens. Beyonce Wangoi reports.
Kenya Power announced that it will shut down token prepaid vending systems for maintenance. The company noted that the scheduled maintenance will hinder customers from purchasing tokens via prepaid paybill number or Airtel Money. The maintenance took place from September 9. KPLC has apologized for the inconveniences to their customers. It has given out a notice of blackout in Nairobi. Areas that will be affected include Kangemi, parts of Wayakiwe, Sodom, Kinder School, Nairobi Water, JKUAT, Kabaserian Avenue, Musa Gitau, Quickmart, Shell Petrol Station, CAK, and adjacent. Mombasa County areas along Tamil and street markers will also be affected. Some negative consequences of this power outage on businesses are unexpected equipment damage, loss of productivity, and decreased income. On the health sector, there is high rate of mortality, disrupt of emergency services, and lack of communication.
Kwa majina ni Duncan ama Dante, nafanya kazi ya chipo kwa hoteli na uzanga chipo. Na so far stima zimekuwa zikitusumbua. Hakuna stima, na kama hakuna stima hatuwezi fanya kazi, hatupati job. Juu kama hakuna stima siwezi pika viazi. So naweza taka serikali iangalie hiyo pande ya stima sana. Juu hapo tunateseka sana sisi kama wanabiashara. Bei ya stima inafaa ipungue juu man, hata ile income tunapata hapa ukiondoa rent na uondoe stima, hakuna kitu unabakisha, hata unatoa kwa mfuko yako kuchukua viazi zingine ndio upike. So bei ya stima ikiweza anguka tunaweza furahia.
Hii blackout manze iko na heshima ndogo, inakupata off guard. Hata hujapika gasa hapa ishazimanga. Inabidi umerudi soko tena kununua makando nini. So inatuumiza tu, shughuli hazifanyiki. Wakuwa tupiga notice kama ya wiki moja before fanya hiyo shughuli yao. Tunakaa tukijipanga.
This power outage has mostly affected the health sector, increasing the high mortality rate. Beyonce Wangoi, Kings TV.
Launching of electric bike that the president promised has finally taken place. Dr. Ruto plans is to making Kenya a champion in reducing the carbon footprint, inspired to make a move to embark on the e-mobility journey. Kehio Mary gives details on this.
President William Ruto has launched electric motorcycles as part of the transition to electric mobility, which he had promised to Kenyans during the Madaraka Day celebration 3 months ago.
We take our commitments under the United Nations Framework Convention on climate change very seriously. Therefore, we remain firmly on course to meet the pollution reduction targets under the Paris Agreement. We are also taking decisive steps in our shift to zero emissions.
Launching the electric motorcycles at Mama Ngina front in Mombasa on 1st September, President Ruto described it as a fulfilled promise to provide cheaper motorcycles, job opportunities for the youth, and make Kenya a green country. Dr. Ruto said his commitment to making Kenya a champion in reducing the carbon footprint inspired the move of embarking on the e-mobility journey. The president argued that the motorcycles industry, which is the most used means of transport system in Kenya, must be changed. The electric boda boda launched by the president retail at shillings 160,000 if bought in cash, and an amount he said had been reduced from 300,000 due to the reduction of tax on materials and parts used in the assembly of electric motorcycles.
Mimi naitwa Samuel Ngaroya Kamau. Mimi ni mwana boda boda. Kwangu sio kitu mzuri. Ukipiga mahesabu yenyewe, stima ni kitu ya serikali na wanapandisha venye wanataka. Ukiweka kama tuseme ukihesabu kwa unit moja unapata stima ni expensive kuliko hata petrol station, na pia kuipata kuliko mafuta. So na tena kupata mafuta ni kitu rahisi kuliko kupata stima. Unajua za mafuta si kitu inatumia battery kama ile ingine. Ile ingine yao inatumia battery, alafu tujaweza experience tujue venye inakaa. So hizi unaweza beba kitu kama mizigo vizuri, ila ukiangalia hata shape yake na venye imetengenezwa sidhani inaweza kaa. Hapana, hiyo ni bei expensive sana. Alafu naona ni kitu utaweza ukinunua na hiyo bei yote, maybe unaweza nunua. Unajua kitu ya kutengeneza na mikono ya mwanadamu hujui venye itakuwa. So unaweza ibai leo, kesho battery haribike. Unaona, na hawana kitu kama warrant. So hiyo battery ikiharibika nitafanya nini? Unaona hiyo bike saa mambo yake imeisha.
I have corrected my views in Kiambu County to the people who use boda bodas as a means of transport, and they have said the petroleum boda bodas they are better compared to the electrical boda bodas. Reporting to Kings TV, Mary Cheche.
We're taking a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. El Nino is expected to take place at the end of this year. Effective early actions should be taken to avoid damages. Ivan Angela narrates.
There is a greater than 90% chance that El Nino will continue through the end of this year, and international climate agents forecast and moderate to strong El Nino continue in 2024.
During the October, November, December 2023, it is expected that most parts of the country will experience enhanced, that is above average rainfall that will be fairly distributed in some parts of the country and well distributed in others.
This will increase the livelihood of extreme weather and climate hazard ranging from drought to flood and storm. By disrupting rainfall and temperature patterns, El Nino may strongly impact agriculture, rural livelihoods, and food security. Such early warning clearly call for early action. FAO's El Nino response plan requires urgent funding to deliver immediate support in a number of identified countries around the world. Beside on analysis of historical trends, latest season forecast, agricultural seasonality, and the vulnerability of population at risk, farmers, pastoralists, fishers, and other small-scale producers bears the most direct and immediate impact of climate shock. Effect early action must therefore concentrate on preventing damage and loss to crops, livestock, productive lands, waters, and infrastructure to protect food at its source. This not only safeguard local food supply but also might get wider effects on communities, local economies, and humanitarian aid requirements. FAO studies show that every $1 invest in action can create a return for farming families of more than $7 in avoided losses and added benefit. Kings TV, Ivan Angela.
Cleanliness is an important necessity part of everyday life. It is a sector that employs high percentage rates in Kiambu County. Our reporter, Carol Karemi, has prepared this for us.
Cleaning is very important and necessary part of everyday life. It is a sector that employs and brings thousands of people together, and it is essential to the health and well-being of the population. Cleaning services range from residential and commercial to industrial cleaning. During the election rallies, Governor Matangi mentioned Kiambu cleanliness and well-being of his people as one of his agenda.
Nilikuwa nikisema hii mambo ya Thika City yetu. Hii Thika City mimi najua kwa majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu, na tukikuja hapa tukiwa na mjadala mzuri na nyinyi mtaelewa ile kitu mimi nasema. Kwa vile hii Thika tutakuwa tunapata bilioni 1 kwa kila mwaka. Kila mwananchi wa Thika atakuwa ameandikiwa na World Bank, mtoto, mama, mkongwe, msichana, mvulana, kila mwaka uko na pesa yako $20 ambayo inakuja kwako. Tutasema ya kwamba hiyo ndio njia ile nzuri yetu ya kuhakikisha kwamba tumepata mabarabara, tumepata mahali ya wachuuzi wetu, our hawkers, mtakuwa na mahali pazuri penye heshima ya kufanyia kazi.
Kiambu County government, led by Wamatangi, went ahead and embarked on a monthly cleanup exercise that involves all county staff members in collaboration with the community to promote a clean environment. In a statement by Governor Wamatangi, the cleanup exercise would start in the market areas and unblocking the sewage lines. He added that the purpose of this and other subsequent cleanup exercise is to encourage the county staff and the community to maintain a clean, healthy and a sustainable environment. The cleanup exercise will be conducted every last Friday of every month. Kings TV, Kiambu County, Carol Karemi.
Drugs abuse has been a challenge in our country. Kiambu County happens to be the most affected county. Chege Samuel reports.
Kiambu is one of the county in Mount Kenya region with a large number of drug dealers and drug addicts. Alcohol is the most commonly abused drug in Kiambu County since there is approximately 7,000 pubs within Kiambu town.
Mazizi wanatumia drugs cause wengine wako stranded na job, hawana kitu ya kufanya. Wengine wako desperate, wako na depression na kila kitu. Inafanya wao watumie drugs. Mimi naweza waambia kitu moja man, drugs si poa. Mimi wanga natumia drugs but si poa. Juu inapanga na addiction ya mwili. Na ukitumia drugs inakuingia kwa mwili na hadi blood yako. For me I can say wanaweza tu man kutengeneza rehab cause watu wenye wanatumia drugs waendelea kidogo ndio warekebisha miili zao ndio waweze kufanya kazi.
There is several effects and consequences of abusing drugs such as mental health, social problems, unprotected sex that lead to early pregnancies, addiction, loss of self-control, aggressiveness, and road accident. Availability of drugs, influence of social media, unemployment, and stress are the main reasons as to why many people abuse drugs, especially the youths. Samuel Chege, Kings TV, Kiambu.
We're taking another short commercial break. We'll be right back with health news. Welcome back. In health sector, our health specialist Cynthia Nyambura has prepared detailed information concerning malaria disease.
The World Health Organization estimates that 241 million people contract the malaria disease every year. Malaria is a very common disease in Africa. In cooler region, transmission will be less intense and more seasonal, as the country is experiencing rainfall in various counties, Kiambu being one of them. When rain falls and there is standing water, mosquitoes breeding is extensive and malaria infection become more prevalent as it is transmitted from person to person. I managed to take views from Kiambu residents on the current outbreak of the new deadly mosquito species that has been in Mandera.
Niko salama, majina yangu ni Esther Wateri Karanja, mimi mkaaji wa Kiambu. Mimi maono yangu ningesema kuna madaktari ama watu wameandikwa wanaweza kuja na madawa juu sasa unaona ni msimu wa mvua, wakuje na dawa kama ni kwa hizo maji chafu chafu, wanaweka hiyo dawa kidogo kidogo ili kuzuia hiyo umbu. Na tena tunaweza shukuru sana juu kama sisi wa mama tuko na watoto wadogo, saa ingine mtoto ametoka ameingia kwa hizo maji, ama hata wewe mwenyewe ikiingia kwa hiyo maji alafu ikuje ikuume, unapata ugonjwa. Kupata ugonjwa saa ingine unaona unaaga juu ya hiyo nini kumaumo na hizo umbu. Sasa mimi ningeshukuru kama tungepata watu wakuja wapige madawa. Kuna dawa zilikuwa zinapigwa samani, wakikuta maji wanaweka kidogo kidogo na hizo umbu sina kufa ama sinaenda. Sasa hata kama ni kule manyumbani tunaweza tumia net. Si unaona net? Saa ile unarara, unakava kitanda yote na net, na ndio hata ikija haiwezi kugusa wewe. Tena kuna mafuta uanga inanunuliwa. Saa ile unarara juu saa ingine huna hiyo net, unajipaka mafuta. Sasa saa ile imekujia wewe, kikuta umejipaka hiyo mafuta haiwezi uma wewe.
We can all prevent and control malaria by use of mosquito nets and mosquito repellents.
Reporting for Kings TV, Cynthia Nyambura.
We take another short commercial break. We'll be right back with business news. Welcome back. Kenya has exported its first consignment and anchovies known as omena to China. Our business correspondent Carol Karemi reports.
Kenya has exported its first consignment of anchovies, locally known as omena, to China, making a significant milestone in their bilateral relations. A total of 52 tons of omena were shipped to China, strengthening the ties between the two nations. The import of Kenyan anchovies by China commenced in June with an initial 315 kg batch transported by air to Hunan. This marked the beginning of promising trade relationship in this sector. Jinzai Food Group established processing, drying and packaging facility in Kenya to prepare the anchovies before reaching the Chinese markets. The successful export of omena to China serves as a proof to the growing partnership between Kenya and China, fostering economic cooperation and benefiting both nations. Business News, Kings TV, Carol Karemi.
A majority of households prefer to buy second-hand clothes. Moya Dominic, our business reporter, prepared more concerning this.
A majority of households prefer to buy second-hand clothes due to fair pricing and variety, only buying new school uniforms or workplace uniforms. According to a report on global production networks of the second-hand clothing industry, 4 out of every 5 people on the continent wear second-hand clothes. We had an opportunity to visit Kiambu County, and this is what they had to say.
Naitwa Mama Nduta, hapa ndio najulikana kwa hii soko ama Rudhi Jao. Nafanyanga biashara ya mtumba, nauza nguo za watoto, blankets, duvets, bedsheet, curtains na sweatpants na hoods. Tungependa sana tutengenezewe bei za mitumba. Kwa wakati huu zimekuwa ghali sana. Hata tunakaa siku nyingi sana bila kuendea bill kulingana na bei, na tena uchumi umezorota, watu hawanunui. Kwa hivyo hata kupata pesa za bill tunakaa sana. Njia ingine tungependa serikali itusaidie na njia ya kutuletea nguo nzuri, maana kuna wakati unanunua bill inakuwa na nguo sio poa. Hasara inakuanga tu kwetu, juu Yesu ukarudisia mwenyewe. Sasa zikiwa nguo poa, mtu anawezanga kuuza na unapata faida yako kidogo ya kusaidia watoto wako. Imetugusa sana juu hizi nguo wanunuzi huamini kuwa nguo za mtumba sio za bei kali, lakini for now ziko na bei kali sana. Kwa hivyo sinaenda pole pole, wanunuzi ni wachache juu ana believe sio za bei kali. Najua lazima akitoa mzigo kwa mwenyewe, najua lazima hata yeye atafute kitu. Kwa hivyo nikiendea kwake amepandisha maybe 1,000 or more or two, kulingana na mzigo ni ya bei gani. Mzigo huongezwa kulingana na amenunua pesa ngapi. Ni kama sasa hizo nguo zikiletwa zikiwa na a lot of waste, sasa hiyo waste tunashidaga utapeleka wapi? Zingine haziwezi farika, zingine huwezi ukauza, so they still have a lot of waste. Lakini ni vizuri sana juu tunataka kila mtu apate, na ndio watu wengi wakuwe wameajiriwa. Ni vizuri hata wenye huleta individuals wae wanatuletea vitu poa. Akituletea vitu poa, hata ikiwa inauzwa pesa nyingi, hiyo kitu utauza. Lakini ikiwa na waste, unaona hapo ndio tu shida. Ni watu wengi sana, so many people who are employed by mtumba clothes. Kwa hivyo akisema ati mitumba haitaendelea, ni watu wengi sana wataenda nyumbani. Yeah. Ni vizuri kuanzia hii kazi, sio lazima ufungue bill. Utaweza kuja hata hapa kwangu hata saa hii nikuchagulie nguo fulani za pesa kidogo tu, na uende uuze na upate jioni ukuwe na unga yako. At least itengenezee watu wa biashara ya chini vitu zao siwe highly taxed, na tena habari ya mafuta waangalie, hata igawa tunaijua ni ya the whole world. Yeah.
Naitwa Kimani wa Njoroge. Naweza taka sana serikali ya Kenya iweze kuzingatia katika kuileta hiyo mitumba kutoka nje kwa njia ya kupunguza gharama ya tax kutoka nje. Seme ikipunguza kwa bei ya mafuta, inaweza kuwa inasaidia mwanabiashara kutoka mahali pamoja hadi pengine. Seme kwa saizi naweza taka kupeleka hii mitumba mji wa Nakuru, so gharama iko juu ya nauri, so tunaweza taka sana ishuke chini. Haya, Wakenya wenye wangetaka kuingililia hii biashara, ni biashara nzuri sana ya mitumba na iko na pesa, na kuanza hii biashara uhitaji pesa mingi. Ukiwa na 5,000 3,000 unaingia tu Gikomba, unachukua tunguo twako, unakuja kuanza kuuza huku, unapata chakula, unapata pesa za mfuko na maisha inaendelea.
Currently, I'm in Kiambu County, where we have gotten views from several people who are in the mitumba business. Reporting for Kings TV, I am Moya Dominic.
We take another short commercial break. We'll be right back with international news. Welcome back. Volcanic eruption under the ground happened in Morocco at a depth of 18.5 kilometers, leaving thousands of people dead. Kehio Mary reports.
Earthquake is any sudden shaking of the ground caused by the passage of seismic wave through earth rock. Earthquake is mainly caused by movement of tectonic plates, volcanic eruption, under the ground expansion, and increasing quarrying from human activities. On September 8th, a powerful earthquake struck Morocco at 18.5 kilometer depth. The epicenter was in the high Atlas Mountain, 71 kilometers southwest of Marrakesh, which has a population of 840,000 inhabitants. A total of 2,122 people were reported to have lost their life, and other 2,421 individuals were injured. Initial assessment indicates that shelter, health, and food assistance are required. Several aftershocks have been reported. Families still trapped under the rubble of their homes, roads, blockades, and difficult geographic conditions mainly remaining the challenge to conduct research and rescue intervention. Main residents sought refuge outdoors, fearing additional seismic activity and enduring unsettling aftershocks. Reporting to Kings TV, Mary Kehio.
We're taking another short commercial break. We'll be right back with sports news. Welcome back. Our sports analyst June Joki has done research and prepared this for us. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Sports Focus, where we serve you with news around the world of sports. We kick off with the first news, whereby the Media Council of Kenya has mourned Capital FM sports journalist Sean Cadovilles. Sean was found dead Saturday morning on the staircase to his house at an apartment where he lived alone on Rafat Road in Westlands. The Media Council of Kenya joins the family, friends, and media fraternity in mourning the death of veteran sports journalist Sean Cadovilles. Sean worked in the media industry for a period spanning over 2 decades. At the time of his death, he was working with Capital Group but had previously worked with Nation Media Group and in
in the Seychelles. Sean had been mourned by both the media fraternity and the country's top leadership, including President William Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. On other news, Kenya were disqualified following a FIFA suspension of their FA, while South Sudan failed to qualify from Group G. However, the sides are prepping for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers set for November. Kenya versus South Sudan head-to-head and key numbers. Kenya have won thrice and lost twice in their last 5 matches at home. Kenya have won their 4 previous clashes with South Sudan. Kenya have scored 6 goals and conceded 4 in their last 5 matches. South Sudan have won twice and lost thrice in their last 5 away matches. Kenya have won thrice and drawn twice in their last 5 matches, while South Sudan have won once and lost 4 times. Harambee Stars defeated Qatar last week in the first of their 2 exhibition games slated for the FIFA break. The meeting took place in Qatar, with Kenya set to play their first home game of the year on 12th Tuesday. Kenya are yet to lose a match against South Sudan, with their last clash ending 1-0 in favor of the home side. Now to the international news, whereby Manchester United winger Anthony has agreed to delay his return to the club to address allegations of assault made against him. The 23-year-old was due back to training on Monday after being dropped from Brazil's squad for their World Cup qualifiers against Bolivia and Peru. But United says it had been agreed with the player that he will delay his return until further notice in order to address the matter. The shortlist for the 2023 prize has been announced. The 2023 Ballon d'Or Awards ceremony is almost upon us, with some of the world's best footballers among the nominees to succeed 2022 winner Karim Benzema in lifting the Golden Ball in Paris on October 30th. It promised to be a unique Ballon d'Or battle, with the World Cup taking place in the middle of the 2022-2023 campaign, meaning it could be a distant memory by the time the votes are casted in August. There is no doubt, however, that playing a starring role in Qatar boosted some players' chances of competing for the Golden Ball, even with the winners of domestic and European titles grabbing the late season attention. Here are the top 5 Ballon d'Or men nominees. At number 5, Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. In 2022-2023, he has attained 10 goals, 32 assists, 1 Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup. Vinicius Jr. from Real Madrid. In 2022-2023, he has attained 25 goals, 26 assists, 1 Copa del Rey, Club World Cup and UEFA Super Cup. At number 3, Kylian Mbappe from Paris Saint-Germain. In 2022-2023, he has attained 55 goals, 14 assists, 1 Ligue 1. In the second place, Erling Haaland from Manchester City. In 2022-2023, he has attained 56 goals, 9 assists, 1 Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup. At number 1, Lionel Messi from Inter Milan. In 2022-2023, he has attained 42 goals, 26 assists, 1 World Cup, Ligue 1 and Trophy des Champions. Here are the top 5 women Ballon d'Or nominees. At number 5, Patrick Guijaro from Barcelona. In 2022-2023, she has attained 8 goals, 13 assists, Liga F, Spanish Super Cup and Women's Champions League winner. At number 4, Fridolina Rolfo from Barcelona. In 2022-2023, she has attained 17 goals, 10 assists, Liga F, Spanish Super Cup and Women Champions League winner. At number 3, Cadidiato Diani from Lyon. In 2022-2023, she has attained 32 goals, and 10 assists. At number 2, Alex Pope from Wolfsburg. In 2022-2023, she attained 13 goals, 7 assists, and DFB Polka winner. At number 1, Aitana Bonmati from Barcelona. In 2022-2023, she attained 19 goals, 12 assists, Liga F, Spanish Super Cup and Women's World Cup winner. That has been Sports Focus, Kings TV.
Earlier before, we had requested you to send your views concerning the Kenya Kwanza government as the presidizing government. I can see Elizabeth Joffrey says that the government has yet done nothing, while Cosmas Mutugi says that it is too early to judge the government. Eliud Muthenge says that the government is at its trial. Yesterday is not ours to cover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. Follow us on our social media platforms at Facebook at Kings TV and YouTube at Kings Fraternity. See you in our next bulletin. Keep it Kings TV. I'm Madenge Mewe.